This is Young Money, a show about entrepreneurs, innovators, and the journeys that they've undertaken. I'm Nandini, and today we'll be talking to a woman who fulfilled her mother's dream with the business that she started. The concept that she started wasn't familiar with a lot of people, but now they've reached such great lengths with hard work and so much effort. So talking to Dhwani was so inspiring. I remember telling my mom about their journey when I got off the phone with Dhwani, and she almost had tears in her eyes. That's how amazing their story has been. So how could I not let other people know more about them?
Nandini, that was such a beautiful introduction that you just gave. Like, I had a smile on my face when you were speaking. It's really overwhelming to know that, our brand or our journey has inspired you, or, like your mom had such a reaction to it. It really melts my heart.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so let's start off by telling us what is House of Macrame? Because people in India are not really familiar with the idea of macrame. So, what made you want to start this business?
So, House of Macrame is a homegrown brand which my mom started, and now it has become a small group of women working together and creating magical macrame products for your beautiful homes. And so like you said, that people are not familiar with macrame. So macrame is a crafting technique where you make textile or products by knotting threads. So basically, it's a very versatile form of fabric art. But so this term macrame is not very popular, or people don't really know about it.
Yeah.
But so people from our parents' generation, or our mom's generation, or even our grandmom's generations, they've always made products out of knotting. Probably if you ask your mother or your grandmother, they would tell ki, oh, even we used to make knots and make bags out of it and all those
Yeah.
things. Like my mom used to tell me that when she was a kid, she would make bags out of those thick nylon ropes and all. So this technique or this craft has always been there. It's just that people weren't aware that this technique is called macrame, and it has so many possibilities or opportunities. And it's such a famous form of art or craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what made me start this? So basically, like I said, this is something that my mom used to do. And like I said, she learned it when she was a kid, not bags or things like that. And then she got married, she had kids. And I remember when I was a kid, so she has 3 kids, we have 3 siblings. I remember she used to make macrame belts and all that also. But well, that time, she couldn't take it to a place or to somewhere, because she had a lot of family responsibilities and everything. But well, now that there was so much of social media, and it was easier to promote your products and to put your products out there, we thought this is a great time that we should start this and take this seriously. Or recently we've actually bloomed. And so because of this whole pandemic and this lockdown situation, everyone is working from home, right? And I feel this really served as an opportunity for us, because now people are sort of investing more on beautifying their homes. They want to have um, home decor items, or all these things at their workplace, which is their houses, where they spend most of their time. Because before this thing, you would go out, you would party, you would spend your money on buying new dresses, eating out, and all those things. And home decor would sort of take a step back. So I think this really gave us a kickstart. And yeah, so I think it was a great time to take it to some place.
Yeah, I do think that people are a lot more DIY right now, and yeah, definitely, social media has been a treat to a lot of people. I remember when I came across your page, I saw this in your bio. I saw this sentence that it's like a woman-led venture. So that really, caught my eye, and that's when I thought, like, I just have to get in touch with you.
Yeah, so like there's so much awareness these days. Like, people want to empower, like people love women empowerment, which they rightly should. And plus there's this sustainable living, slow living that people are adopting. And plus macrame products, Nandini, they are very, very sustainable. Like if I say, if you buy a plant hanger, it's going to stay the same for years and years. Like you can use it for n number of years, because it's a cotton thread, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, it, until unless you cut it with a scissor, nothing's going to happen to it. And I think it's great that like when people buy from us or buy from any brand which is sustainable, and at a point like women led or led by a cause, people find, like people feel that their purchase is doing good in a larger space.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so as I said before, that not a lot of people know about macrame, so, and I'm
Right.
guessing that's the reason they don't give it the value it commands. What were the challenges that you faced when you started House of Macrame?
uh, so like I was saying, my mother actually, I think 10 years back or so, when we were still in school, like so she used to make macrame bells. But that time she didn't really have the proper raw material. Like macrame is, more of you, it gives the charm when it's made with cotton threads or jute, or organic threads like that. But
Yeah.
that time she used to, so the only thread that was available in our hometown was nylon thread.
Okay.
But regardless of that, she used to make belts out of it. And she sold it to like local shopkeepers. And she said, you keep it with you. If people buy, you give me a percentage. Like she just wanted to do something. She's always been this person. But like you said, like since there was no awareness, people wouldn't buy it, or they wouldn't give it the value that it has. Chalo now to, because of social media like Pinterest and Instagram, people are aware that okay, this is called macrame. Or even so, on Etsy. So
Yeah.
when we actually started House of Macrame, we were very, very confused about how to price the products. Because so whenever you are pricing your products, you would do some research. You would like see other website that they're selling the same products, ki how they are priced, how much they are selling it for. But the challenge that we faced was, uh, like macrame products weren't available in India.
Hmm.
Like there was no website which was selling macrame products. Like there were a lot of Instagram pages, but you also know, like on Instagram the prices are not there on the post. Like you have to DM and then they would give you the prices and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we, so then I said, okay, let me see it on Etsy. And on Etsy all the prices are in dollars. And even like there are some products on Amazon, but they were on Amazon.com, so on the US website.
Yeah.
So all the macrame products that we used to see were priced in dollars. And I'm not even kidding, like they were so expensive that we were like, if we put the same prices here, nobody is going to buy it. Even if right now you go on Etsy and search for macrame products, you wouldn't be able to comprehend ki, okay, this is so expensive. But it actually is, like there it has some value. Like people know,
Yeah.
okay, this is macrame. But here if I'm going to sell the same small wall hanging or something for 5,000 bucks, nobody is going to buy it. So we were very confused how to price our products. But eventually we just thought that okay, we need to know our cost and our labor, and add a small margin to it, profit margin to it, and that's it. And that's how we've sort of uh, priced our products, thinking that if this product is priced at XYZ, would we consider buying it? And that has always been our mindset when we price our products. So your question was, what are the challenges we faced? So one was definitely pricing our products, uh, so that it has the right market value, or people buy it.
Yeah,
People
definitely.
like, oh, this is a luxury. We don't want this to be a luxury. We want people to have macrame in their houses and adore it.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so when we were talking pre-show, you said that your mom was really passionate about macrame, but had to quit because she had to take care of the family. I know so many women who have to
Right.
compromise like your mom did. So, like, how do you feel about her working right now?
Oh, it's a different feeling. I don't think I can put it in words. I'm so proud of her for never letting go of her dream. Like, I've seen she's always been so passionate. Like I said, she's always wanted to do something. And I remember she always used to tell us kids that, you need to make a career, you need to have something of your own. And like, that's what she's always taught us. And I could always see the passion that she had, but she just didn't get the right opportunity at right time.
Yeah.
But now seeing her, finally doing this is a different feeling. We, like, a few months back, we got House of Macrame uh, GST registered, and also got it, MSME certified.
Okay.
And I mean, every day she would, be so proud of herself, feel so happy. And actually, she used to feel surreal about it, that, like, before going to bed, she would always ask me, Bunny, is this really happening for real? Like, are we really doing it? And she was talking to her mom, she was talking to my nanny. And so while this, GST registration and MSME registration, we were doing it. And so she was talking to my nanny, and she's like कि, मम्मी अब तो मैं entrepreneur बन गई. And that put such a huge smile on my face. And
That's so
that
cute.
was just, yeah. So she calls herself an entrepreneur now, which she rightly is. uh, so yeah, like, she's my inspiration. She's so there are days when I feel low, and without any motivation, and I'm like, no, like, this woman, never let her dream down. She proved herself at the age of 50. So it's never too late. So yeah, she's definitely an inspiration. Uh,
Definitely.
yeah.
I think all of our moms are
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs. Like every day in
Definitely.
their daily life, something or the other, they do some jugaad.
Definitely. Oh, yeah. They're the
Yeah.
most street smart people you could, come across.
Okay, so how was your business after you paired up with Okai? So, for those of you who don't know, Okai is an organization that sells handmade artisanal products and provides a platform to the artisans of India. And Dhwani, also tell us about your experience working with them.
So, Okai is a wonderful platform. So, 4 years back, I did an internship with Okai at their base office, which is in Mithapur, which is where they have their workshop, and that's where all the designing and everything happens. So, when I was interning with them, it was still a very new startup, sort of. It was just in its initial phase, and I remember it had some Instagram following of 3,000 people, to now 3 or 4 years down the lane, they have an Instagram following of more than 100,000 people. And it says a lot. It says how much they've grown, and how passionate and hardworking uh, team of people they have.
Yeah.
After interning with them, I was sort of in contact with the Okai members and the team. And Okai CEO, she's a wonderful lady. So we were connected on Instagram. And after like this house of macrame, my mom was doing and making stuff, and we had our own Instagram page. And so that time, like 2 years back, we were just starting with house of macrame. And so my mom was teaching our house help to make a few knots, and to make a few products, and she would pay a little bit whatever we were getting, so uska percentage she would give to the house help also. So this really spoke to me, and this just made me connected with Okai. And that's when I pitched this idea to Okai's head, saying these are the products that we make, and I think it has a lot of potential to grow, but we don't have the market, and you have an amazing market and amazing customers, and if at all our products speak with your brand value and aesthetics, we would love to have these on your website. So this was a year back. So she was like, okay, this is wonderful, and maybe we will eventually see where we could take this. Plus I told her that we really want this to grow so that we can teach more women and give them employment in a way.
Yeah.
But then so she started following us on Instagram. She would message me, okay, this is a great product, this is nice product, you can make this, make that. But then that was that. And then during this lockdown period, um, I remember I think I had replied to her story or something, and then she just replied to me saying, let's get house of macrame on board. And I was
Wow.
like, okay, uh, wow, is this happening for real? And then she messaged me on WhatsApp. So we were planning that, what all kind of products we can have. And then she made a group on WhatsApp with her team members and everybody. And then she was just sort of guiding me how to, what kind of products would sell more, how to price them, and everything, and how to take pictures. So the
Yeah.
month of May sort of went into listing the products on the website.
Okay.
And yeah, like these people, the team of Okai has been a constant support from like we would make a sample product, we would send it to them, then they would tell us, okay, this looks great, you can make a few changes here, there. Then I would send after taking proper pictures, they would like the lighting needs to be this way or that way, or you can have this thing in the background, like from A to Z, like they have guided us throughout.
Okay.
So the wonderful, like the wonderful, very passionate team, the go-getters. And the one thing that really uh, makes them stand apart is they're genuinely concerned about the artisans. Because so there are a lot of brands who talk about sustainable development and empowering artisans or empowering women, but in reality it's barely that. But with Okai, I've seen it's actually that, like it's a non-profit organization.
Okay, so yeah, I know I have checked out their page, and I've been following them, and it's so, they seem so nice. I mean,
Yeah,
like they post those pictures of the women and like local artisans, and it's like the captions and everything. It just
yeah.
so like women empowerment and everything. It just really inspires
It's
me.
beautiful. Very, very beautiful initiative.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously handcrafting each piece of like macrame
Mhm.
takes a lot of time, and I'm sure the packaging, listing, and everything can get very hectic. So, how
Right.
do you guys manage everything?
So before getting on Oak High, it was honestly just my mom doing all the designing, packaging, parceling. Like my dad would help with the parceling and courier part, but apart from like designing and everything, it was just like my mom, and I would sort of give her design ideas that this can go here, or we can do this, or I would share ideas with her. And
Yeah.
of course, like our house help would help her cut the threads and all those things, but it was mainly my mom doing it. But
Okay.
after we were on Okai. So we launched our products on Okai on 7th of June. We knew that okay, we would get like good orders, but like the response we got through Okai was overwhelming. So in the first month itself, we got around 130 orders,
Wow.
and we hadn't expected it. So initially it was just me and my mom doing everything. So I remember the first month we would, like, my mom would to wake up 6 o'clock in the morning because she had to cook and all those, ghar ka kaam, and also she
Yeah.
had to manage. So make, she would do one or two orders early in the morning when everybody's sleeping. Then I would, wake up at 7:30, 8 o'clock, like where I would want to sleep more, but I would feel so guilty that, oh no, like my mom is working and how can I sleep? So I would also wake up, and we would then we like subah 8 baje se we would, work, and so till 7 or 8 we would make all the products, and then my dad would come home, and my brothers also here. So then we
Okay.
would sit and do the packaging. And this one thing that we've been very strong headed about was we don't want to use plastic in our packaging. Like we want to keep it as, environmental friendly as we could.
Yeah.
So packaging was really a challenge, because during, so that period was like the lockdown period, right? So not a lot of things were open, so we couldn't really get, our packages from somewhere. We did order our packages from Bombay, but like it took a lot of time to come and everything. So what we used to do was we used to get pre-used cardboard boxes, and then we would upcycle it, and pack our products in it. So we would make our own boxes from used cardboard boxes.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was exhausting. It was, I think it gave me as a, I felt so nice not using plastic in the packaging, because every time I order something online and it comes in a plastic bag, I hate myself for buying for buying online. Yeah, it did take, so we would sit to do packaging at around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock after dinner, and
Okay.
we would, be doing it till 1 o'clock in the night. Because what we would do is, because they were pre-used, right? So probably there would be some prints or some, like the packages weren't as a pleasing, and I also wanted, the packages to look nice, so at least,
Yeah,
whenever a
obviously.
customer receives it, it's the first impression. Like they would of course eventually understand that okay, it's upside, so it's even nicer. But that first impression also, I wanted to make a good first impression. So after, packaging it in an upcycled box, we would pack it again in brown paper. So yeah, it was very tiring and it was a lot of work, but I think it was worth it. So basically, what I was saying was in June, we did all this by ourselves. Like me and my mom, and of course, like my brother and my father did help us
Yeah.
wherever they could. So it was totally as a family business altogether. And then me and mom were discussing that, we can't keep up with orders, like if we keep on, just doing, just finishing these orders, we would not be able to make new design samples, and we wouldn't be able to cater to, like more product categories, or provide fresh designs. So that's when we said that okay, we need to have more women with us, and that has sort of been our goal. But the thing with this is, it's not like I can just hire a woman and she would start working in her full capacity,
Yeah,
because
obviously it takes time, right?
yeah, like this is something that okay, even somebody might have a rough idea of the knots, but to learn making a product from the start to end, so it honestly took 15 to 20 days for them to get a proper hold of the whole design or the knotting techniques. So but we were like, no, this is something that we need to do. So then we like had two more women working with us in the month of July, and they were also so passionate and excited about doing something. Like I remember they would, first 2 days they were like, oh, this is so beautiful, हम लोग ये सब कैसे करेंगे, कैसे आएगा हमको ये सब करना. And then हर एक नॉट वो इतना ऐसा देख के, ध्यान से देख के कि मैं ये भी कर लूं, ऐसे करेंगे वैसे करेंगे, इतना एक्साइटेड, इतना पैशनेट होके वो ये सब they would learn all these things.
Yeah.
And so one of the lady, she comes from a village nearby, so she would like manage her travel, because right now you can't even use public transport. So that has been another problem, another challenge. So she would manage and come by 10 o'clock, and she would be here by till 5 o'clock. And so we had like a small team of us, and it has been so beautiful. Like everybody is working all the time. Like even if somebody gets a phone call, no, they would not pick it up. They would just keep on working. Otherwise ऐसा होता है बहुत बार कि they would like work slow, or they're not in the mood, so they would
Yeah.
work really slow that they don't have to make a lot of products today. But they would just ये भी कर लूँ, ये भी कर लूँ, इसके बाद ये काट के रख देना आप, मैं ये भी कर लूँगी. So they're so excited and so pumped up. So now we have 5 people working under us. So in July there were two more, but then at the end of July we were like, no, we need more people. So now we have a team of 5 women, and yeah, like दिन के 6-7 घंटे they work with their whole heart, and they work so religiously, I would say. And the another beautiful thing that is, for me it's so inspiring to see them working. And while working we also talk, they share their experiences, they talk about how they manage their household, because come on, even if they're working they have to manage the household. It
Yeah.
they would be like, सुबह 5 बजे उठ के कपड़े धोए, खाना बनाया, बच्चों का काम किया, ये किया. So during this whole lockdown, ऐसा initially I would wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I'd like, हाँ अभी तो छुट्टी चल रही है, क्या करना है. But after this thing started, and after listening to all these ladies talking about how they manage everything, how they work so much, now now I feel guilty even if I sleep till 8 o'clock. I'm like, no, Dhwani, wake up, you can't be sleeping, everybody's up and about and working. So this has truly been an experience, and a very motivating and positive experience at that. So just having these 5 wonderful women working with us and them sharing a new story every day, it's just beautiful. So apart from making macrame products, we also share as inspirational stories. It might not be an inspirational story for them. It's just an everyday routine for them, but for me it's definitely inspirational.
Wow. I have one question. Can I come work for you?
Come, definitely.
Sounds
You
so
would love it.
amazing. I
We
think
would
that's
love it. Mm-hmm.
I think that's how women are. Like they'll do everything. They'll get up in the morning. They'll do ghar ka kaam. They'll also follow their dreams. Every I
Definitely.
think that's so inspiring.
And they don't complain at all. It's not like, अरे
Yeah.
आज मैं बहुत थक गई हूँ, आज सुबह 5 बजे उठ के कपड़े धोकर आई हूँ, आज मैं थोड़ा ही काम करूंगी. नहीं, like they would give their 100%, and hats off to them, man. Like
Definitely.
it's wonderful to see them working so hard, and just that smile on their face. I mean, so after like the month was over, we were like, okay, giving you salary, so give us your bank account, or let us know if you want us to pay you in cash. And they were like, nahi, jaisa aapko theek lage. And then like beach mein my dadi wasn't keeping well and she passed away, so there was a gap of 1 or 2 weeks that we kept it close and all. So
Yeah.
not even once they called up, or they said that what about the salary, or nothing. Like it feels like it's not even about money for them also. It's about that, experience of getting out of their houses
Yeah.
and working and making something, and making it worthwhile. So on Okai, on our products, like a few customers have given their reviews. So I sometimes read it out to them. It's in English, so I translate it in Hindi and read it out to them.
Yeah.
And they're so chirpy and they're so happy. They're like, ये हमने बनाया है, ये हमने बनाया है, उसके बारे में इन्होंने ऐसा लिखा है.
This all sounds so amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I did not imagine all this happening, but it's truly wonderful. Like Okai has given us an opportunity to work with so many wonderful women.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your vision for House of Macrame? Like 5 years down the line, where do you see House of Macrame?
So, honestly, I would want this to keep on growing and growing at this pace it is growing right now. And my next goal is to have our own website. So, we have an Instagram page, but I would really want to have our own website. So, that's my next goal.
Okay.
And I want to have a proper branding for it. Right now, what we have is very basic. It's just something that I created on, Illustrator, and I'm not an expert. Like I just, we don't have a logo. We have nothing right now. It's just, we are solely focusing on creating and designing products. So the branding part is still on hold, but I really want to do the branding in a very proper way and have our own website. And also, like, I really want to have a beautiful studio space. So right now we're just working in our house, but eventually I want to have a very, very beautiful studio called House of Macrame.
Okay.
And I would love to reach more people globally, definitely. Like I want to take this thing on a global platform and basically just to keep on growing it so that we can have more wonderful women working with us. Like I would never want to we I think we need to cut back on our team, or like I would want to have more and more women working with us.
Definitely, and I hope you achieve all your goals.
Thank you so
Right
much.
now, we have a special guest with us. Dhwani's mom will also be joining us. Okay, hi auntie.
हाय।
कैसे हो आप?
और बस बढ़िया हूँ, अच्छी हूँ।
तो मेरे को आपसे
बोलो।
पूछना था कि आपको कैसा लगता है अब काम करके, मतलब अब इतना आगे बढ़ गया है हाउस ऑफ मैक्रामे, तो आपको कैसा
हाँ,
फील होता है?
आ, बहुत अच्छा फील होता है। लाइफ में मैंने बहुत कुछ सोचा था कभी, आज से 20 साल पहले, 25 साल पहले, कि कुछ करना है, कुछ करना है। लेकिन कभी सॉर्ट आउट नहीं कर पाई कि भाई जॉब करना है या कुछ और करना है। फिर बच्चे, केयरिंग, ये सारी चीजें थी। तो उसके बाद अभी जब टाइम मिला तो मैंने कुछ शुरुआत करी और बहुत अच्छा लगा।
बहुत अच्छा है आंटी। मैंने पहले भी ध्वनि को बताया कि जब मैंने
हम्म।
ध्वनि से कॉल पे बात की थी, एंड देन उसके बाद मैंने स्टोरी मेरी मेरी मम्मी को बताई, तो उनकी
अच्छा।
आंखों में आंसू आ गए ऑलमोस्ट।
ओ,
इतना उनको अच्छा लगा।
देखो ऐसा है कि अपन बहुत कुछ करना चाहते हैं, पर फैमिली का सपोर्ट बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। मेरे
हाँ,
बच्चों ने मुझे बहुत सपोर्ट किया। मुझे इवन इनफैक्ट मेरे फैमिली, मेरा हस्बैंड, सबका एक पार्ट है जिससे ये आगे बढ़ा। मतलब पिछले साल 2 साल से हम थोड़ा थोड़ा कर रहे हैं, कुछ पर्सनल ऑर्डर्स आ रहे हैं, बट ओखाई से जुड़ने के बाद ये सारी चीजें जो हुई, एमएसएमई में हम लोग रजिस्टर्ड हुए, फिर बहुत सारी चीजें होती जो मैं नहीं कर पाती हूँ। मैंने तो खाली डिजाइनिंग किया और उसको एक प्रोडक्ट बना दिया, बट उसके साथ उसकी पैकेजिंग मटेरियल कलेक्ट करना है या उसका अकाउंटिंग करना है, ये सबके सपोर्ट से होता है ना।
बिल्कुल।
और फिर जो अपना हेल्पर्स मिलते हैं, मैं उनको हेल्पर्स ही बोलूंगी, जो मेरे अंदर सीख रहे हैं और उनके सपोर्ट के साथ इतने प्रोडक्ट्स बन रहे हैं, तो वो भी इतने काबिल हैं कि मेरा काम बहुत अच्छे से चल रहा है उससे।
हाँ, मेरे को भी ध्वनि ने बताया, मतलब आप लोग कैसे सब बैठ के काम करते हो। मैंने उसको यही चीज पूछी कि मैं भी आके काम कर सकती हूँ क्या आप लोग के साथ।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। और आके सीखो, मतलब कुछ 1 महीना तो लगभग आपको सीखने में ही लगेगा। मेरे साथ काम कर रही है एक 40
हम्म।
इयर्स ओल्ड लेडी है, एक बिल्कुल 27-28 इयर्स की है, बट उसकी कब से शादी हो गई, इवन 16 इयर्स में 3 बच्चे हैं उसके।
ओके।
और अब आके वो भी अपना बच्चों के साथ में। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि एक समय था कि मुझे खुद एम्प्लॉयमेंट की जरूरत थी, कमी कुछ नहीं थी, लेकिन लगता था कि अपना कुछ करें। और आज मैं एम्प्लॉयर बन गई हूँ, मतलब 3-4 जो भी मेरा स्टाफ है उनको मैं एम्प्लॉयमेंट देती हूँ। तो वो मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है एक्चुअली।
बहुत अच्छा करा आंटी। और मैंने ध्वनि से भी पूछा कि 5 साल बाद आप हाउस ऑफ मैक्रामे को कहाँ देखते हो।
जैसा इसका प्रोग्रेस चल रहा है और ओखाई के साथ जुड़े हैं, तो हमको बहुत अच्छा एडवांसमेंट मिला है। तो हो सकता है, मैं कभी कभी बोलती हूँ ध्वनि को कि ध्वनि ये इंडिया का नंबर 1 ब्रांड बनने वाला है। चाहे वो मजाक हो, चाहे वो मजाक हो, हम लोग आपस में ऐसे करते रहते हैं, तो कुछ कह नहीं सकते कि कुछ भी हो सकता है। मेहनत करने की जरूरत है उसके लिए।
बिल्कुल। और मैं चाहूंगी कि ये मतलब इंडिया का नंबर 1 ब्रांड बन जाए।
आपकी विशेष साथ में रहेंगी तो हो सकता है कुछ भी हो जाए।
Thank you so much, Auntie and Dhwani, for giving us insights about House of Macrame. I wish you all the very best for the future. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so much.
For those of you who want to check out their page, I'll leave a link in the description to make it easier for you. Alright, guys, that does it for today's edition of Young Money. If you're someone who owns a business, or if you know someone who has had an exciting journey, you can reach out to us at ympodcast@gmail.com. We'll see you guys next week.